So what number, sorry, number 8, what number do I type in first? Then what? Divided by, all right, what do we got? Okay, so what is the cost of one bag? $3.89 per bag. Okay, so we need to focus. Do we need to do this? Focus, and write. I wrote. All right, I wrote. All right. Can you guys do number 9 through, what is it, 12? Yeah. All right. Using a calculator, can you finish out 9 through 12 and write the units? Well, I changed masks. Yep. There are 2 repeating decimals. How do I label a repeating decimal? So what number do I plug in first in the calculator? Yeah, number 9 is a repeating decimal. What do we get? 26.666. Yep. 26.6 bar on top. So it would be 26.6 bar on top of the 6 in the decimal place. But what does it mean? How many words can he type per minute? So what is 26.6 bar on top? Units. What are my units? Nice. Words per minute. All right, finish it out. Yeah, number 10 is also repeating, but you know, I really care about the units. I really care about the units. What are the units? That's the number one thing I'm really caring about, are the units. So plug in your numbers, and then look back and be like, okay, what does this mean again? I don't get it. The number inside gets typed in first. Yes, number 10 is repeating. So put a bar on top. And what does that number represent? What are my units there? So you look at the question. How many cans of paint are needed per wall? So this is how many cans. How many cans? What is your answer? So you write 0.7. Yeah, per wall. So yes, my big deal. Oh no, 7 goes. Type in 7 first. You get a different answer. You 100% get a different answer, depending on what you plug in first. All right, number 10. What do we get? What's our decimal answer? Repeating.
0.7.
And then a bar on top. This bar tells me it keeps going forever. All right, but what is it? 0.07. What are my units? Yeah, right here. How many cans of paint? Oh, cans of paint per wall. Per wall. All right. The next one's pretty easy. It's easier than the one we just did. Units. What are my units for number 11? What are my units for number 11? Oh wait, plug in this one first. This number is inside this, right? And then 3, not 11. 3. Because this is the number. Problem number 9, problem number 10, problem number 11. Yeah. Someone, a student's got confused. 2. What's up? What is 2.5? 2.5 what? 2.5 what? number represents minutes? The other one. The first part of the sentence. Okay, how many t-shirts? What's the cost per shirt?
11.55
Per shirt, t-shirt. Yep. What about the last one?
It's 2.5 candy bars per minute.
Nice. Did you guys write candy bars or candy? Candy bars per minute. 2.5. I can eat 2.5 candy bars in a minute. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah. About right. All right. 2.5. Because you type in 5 first and then divide it by 2 with your calculator. All right. Very important day. I'm glad everyone's here. We only have one student missing. So it's a super important day in math. I'm going to teach you a lot. But guess what? It's not hard at all. Especially if you stay focused. Woo, we're going to focus. I'm going to teach you some very, very, very important 7th grade material. Are you ready? And it's not hard. If you pay attention. All right, let's do this. We're ready. And if we're not, get ready. Don't get distracted by your phones. Don't get distracted by outer space. You're focused. You're here. You're with me. All right. Let's look at page 3. Everyone's on page 3. Everyone's on page 3. All right. The cost of 5 cereal boxes is $10. What is the cost of 1 cereal box? What are we solving one of? Okay, remember how yesterday was such a big deal with the ones? Okay. So 1 cereal box. We're solving for 1 cereal box. So if we're solving for 1 cereal box, Hennessy, seriously. Does that number go inside or outside? The 1. The unit of 1. Did we put that inside or outside? Outside. Yeah, remember yesterday? Whatever you're solving one of will go outside. So what are we solving one of? Cereal box. So that means that the number outside will be the cereal box. What's the other thing we're talking about? $10. Dollars, right? $10. So that means that dollars are going to go inside. So because we're focusing, because we're talking about 1 cereal box, that means that the cereal box is going to go outside. This is super important for you guys to understand this part. Okay, now, here it is in words. Now we're going to hear where it says divide. We're going to just use the numbers from your first sentence. So just read, Victor, read the first sentence for right now. Again, read just the first sentence. Stop at the first period. Read it to yourself. All right. What number represents boxes?
5.
The cost of 5 cereal boxes. So that number goes outside. What number in your first sentence represents money? 10. That number goes inside. Okay? So boxes is the 5. 5 boxes, so that goes outside. Money goes inside. What's the money? $10. That's how I plug in my numbers. Okay? All right, use a calculator if you need it. If you know the answer, write it down. Okay, what's my answer? 2. Right? 2 times 5 is 10. All right. 2 is called my unit rate, also called my unit price. So I'm going to write down my answer like I did yesterday. 2 what? $2 per box. Very good. So this is how we wrote our answer yesterday. I just created a small little box for you to write your answer. And I created a box for you to divide. This is exactly what we did yesterday. I just put it in these cute little tiny boxes. Yay. You know. All right. What did we solve one of? Money? $1 or 1 box? 1 box, right? 1 box. Okay. Why does she keep telling us the same information over and over? Yes, because whatever you're solving one of, whatever you're solving Ruben one of, Emmanuel, whatever you're solving one of is going to be your X. So we're going to label your X with using what word?
One.
No. What are we solving one of? Box. So X is going to represent your box. Why? Because that's what you're solving one of. So focus over here. That's not going to be on your test. This is one cereal box. Whatever you're solving one of will go on your X. What's the other thing we're using? Money. That will by default be your Y. You have to label your X and Y. X is what you're solving one of. I'm solving for one box. So, Emmanuel, I'm going to write the word box on my table. And then what else are we talking about? Money? Okay, that goes in my Y. So, what you're solving one of goes on your X. The other one goes on your Y. Because that's what the part of your grade when we do tests. What did you label? Miss Amanda, I don't know. How do I do it? It goes back to what you're solving one of. That's why it was such a big thing yesterday. All right. Are you ready for me to ask you the most difficult question in the world? It's like super hard. Okay, ready? Ready? If I buy 0 boxes, how much how much money is 0 boxes?
0. 1.
There's always that one. Okay, 0 0 boxes. How much money is 0 boxes? 0. How much money, Emmanuel, write this down. How much money is 1 box?
$2.
How do you know? Per box, because it says it, right? How much is 2 boxes?
4.
3?
6.
4?
8.
5?
10.
6?
12.
10. Ha! I got you.
20.
Yes.
20.
20.
20.
It skips right here. I caught you. I did that on purpose. You know, that's what I do. It's what I do. So, I will always skip at the end of the table. Sorry, I can't even see the table. I will always skip. As soon as you get comfortable with the numbers, I jump. You know, I do it on purpose. Okay, so what did we go up by? We went up by 2. We kept adding 2, right? 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Why by 2? Because it's 2 for each box. Okay? We use this number to fill in this table. Okay? How do we get 20? What did I do to 10? 10 times 2 is equal to 20. That's how I got the 20. So if you're sitting there going like, how did she get 20? I take this number and I multiply it by 2 and I get 20.
And it gets 20.
Okay, was it difficult to fill out the table? No? Are we okay so far? All right. Now we're going to graph it, Alyssa. So we don't need a calculator. Focus on the graph. Does anybody know what we call this line on your graph? X. Very good. This one is your X. And this one's your Y. Okay, you see these lines? We're going to label your X. What does your X represent in this story?
0, 1, 2.
No.
On the left?
What does X represent?
Negative.
What did we label? Boxes. What did we label Y as? Money, the cost. So we write it down here on our table and you write it on the graph. And where do these words come from?
Up there.
Up there. They all connect. All right. Do you guys see how this graph doesn't have any numbers on it?
We're going to label it?
You're going to label it, but wait, I got a trick for you. you see how this graph is already have the numbers on there, right? And this graph already has the numbers on it, so you have to use my numbers. But do you see how this one has no numbers? So you're in charge. Okay, you're not in charge. I'm going to tell you what to do. But you're in charge, okay? Okay, when you are in charge, let's make this easy for all of us. This will be going up by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you are going to label your lines, not your boxes. So this line is 1. This line is 2. 3. All right, keep going. Look at us, focusing. This is super easy, but you got to pay attention. Let me zoom it in. We good? Did you label? Okay, this is when you're in charge of the graph. It makes it super easy if on the X you go by ones. Does anybody want to take a wild guess? What am I going to go up on the Y? What am I going to count by on the Y?
2.
Twos. Why?
Because 2.
Because we're going, aren't we on the table going by twos?
Yep.
Isn't our unit price 2?
Yep.
So we're going to use these numbers to go up. And it's going to create the most easiest graph in the world. So this first line, 2, 4, 6, 8, go. Ms. Jackson, can you click on display? Of course. Never mind. We tried. It was fixed. No. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's a great question, too. 2, 4, 6, 18. Oh, I'm up to 24? Cool. I got 24 on the last one.
Oh, you need to count that top one.
I mean 22.
Did you count the top one?
Yeah.
One more. But don't skip. Don't go 12 and then the next line's 20. Don't do that. Okay, these are your ordered pairs. So this one would be 0, 0. This one is 1, 2. This one is 2, 4. What does that mean? Remember when we did the Santa Claus graph? Mm-hmm. So when we plotted these points, this is the exact same thing. Thank you. Okay, first point is 0, 0. Where's 0, 0 at? In that little corner. This is actually 0. So we're going to put a dot right there. What's my next point? 1, 2. So we go to 1 and then 2. So go up 2. Oh, right there. What's my next point? 2, 4. 2, 4. What's my next point? 3, 6. All right, keep going. Four, 8, 5, 10, 6, 12, 10, 20. So graph, we're graphing, we graphed. Okay, pass back the rulers. It's important that it's straight, so that's why I'm giving you rulers. You can do that. Okay, Sherry. In 7th grade, it is super important that your lines are straight. If you have a dot, I'm going to make a mistake. If you have a dot over here, right? Will this create a straight line? No. So either one, you did something wrong, or two, this problem's weird, it's special, and we got to talk about it. For the most part, in 7th grade, you should have straight lines, and it should start at 0, 0. Where's my ruler? All right. So, lost my ruler of the day. Ooh, special Caroline. All right. So connect. We're good? Now, oops, I didn't put these points. Does my line go through the points? Let's see. 7, what would 7 boxes cost? What would 7 boxes cost? 14. Oh, look, the line's right there. What would 8 boxes cost? Oh, the line's right there. And 9 boxes? 18. They all go on that line, right? Even though I added the dots later, those dots are there.
They don't used to have this on the homework.
Yes. So I was preparing you for this moment. And some of you caught where I asked you, hey, does this make a straight line? Some of you missed that question, which is fine. I was preparing you for this. I saw into the future.
No way.
You know I'm talented that way.
Because you got your super cool car with teleporting.
Yes. Okay, imagine if you just walked into the class, you sat down, and you looked at this, and you're like, whoa, what's going on? This is too hard. I can't. But you've been sitting here this whole time. Was this very difficult? No, it's not. The math is not very hard. We're just adding by 2. But it seems like a lot, right? If you show your parents tonight, be like, look, Mom, this is what I did. They're going to be like, whoa, you're doing some really hard stuff.
She's gonna think that I'm smart.
She thinks you are smart. All right. But you did this. It's not very hard. We got to stay awake, though. We got to stay awake. We got to stay with me. All right. Word problems. I know your favorite. These are the most easiest word problems ever. Watch. Okay. What does the point 1, comma, what number are we missing?
0.
Nope.
10.
2.
2.
What does the point 1, comma, 2 mean in the context of the problem? All right, I'm going to give up because it says context of the problem and I have no idea what that means. No. You're going to read this question on test. I see it every single year. Context of the problem. What does that mean in plain, simple English? What does these 2 numbers mean in our story? What does the 1 represent? What does the 2 represent? So, 1-2. Okay, right here. 1. What does the 1 mean? Box. You labeled it. So, 1 box. What does the 2 represent? Money. So, 1 box cost $2. That's it. Look at us writing this down and paying attention. Yay, superstars. So, this point, 1, 2, on the table, on the graph, wherever you want to look at it, the 1 means boxes and the 2 means money. So you write that down. 1 box costs $2. That's it. That's all you have to do. Okay. What does the point 0, 0 mean in the context of the problem?
$0. $0.
Okay, well that was easy again, sure. 0 boxes cost $0. I'm going to ask you that question 5 billion times. You literally get so many points to type that out on a test. I'm going to ask you, what does 0, 0 mean? And your job is to say, oh, yeah, 0 boxes cost $0. Now,
0 something costs 0 something.
yeah, no, if it's like, if we're talking, the next problem is about notebooks. So 0 notebooks cost, all right. All right. Oh, no, look, we forgot to add a number. I did it on purpose. Okay, let's go to your graph. Let's circle 3, 6. This dot right there. 3, 6, 3, 6. What if I didn't give you a word problem and all I did was give you this blurry graph? Can you tell me, just looking at the graph, what does the 3 represent? And then 3 and then 6 is cost in dollars. It's all labeled for you. So when you have a test and they give you a graph, you just got to read the words right there and you're golden. So what does the point 3, 6 mean in the context of the problem?
3 boxes cost $6. I mean, yeah, $6.
Good. Write it down. It's hard, huh? It's really hard.
For $6, it's $2.
3 boxes cost $2?
Oh, I thought it was each.
No, I chose the point 3, 6, right? So you have to tell me whatever point I choose. Okay, what does the 3 represent? Boxes. What does the second number represent, Ruben? Oh, money. So we write 3 boxes is $6. I know it's hard, right? It's super hard. I know. I know. I don't even know how I do it.
It's impossible.
I know. We should stay in for lunch and do like 20 more problems. Because it's so hard. It's so hard. We should. We should. Fine.
I get it.
There are only 4 more minutes left.
All right. We're going. I don't have 4th period, so I can technically look up all your schedules and pull you up. Okay. The next one. Yeah, Miss Jackson will pull some. I'll pull some. We're good. All right. The cost. Ready? The cost of 4 math notebooks is $10. What is the cost of 1 notebook? What are we solving one of? What are we solving one of? Notebook. It says 1 notebook. So where do I label that? Is that an X or a Y?
X.
So let's write that down. Notebook. All right. What is my Y? Money. Dollar sign. All right. What number goes inside the division box? 10. What number goes outside? 4. Plug it into your calculator. Plug it into your calculator. What's 10 divided by 4? 2.5. Okay, 2.5 what? I don't know the units.
Math notebook?
2.5 per. Okay, I'm going to ask you the very last question for today, which is the hardest question of the day. If I have 0 notebooks, how much is that going to cost?
$0. 1.
All right. Calculators in, rulers in, and we'll give you the homework.
Hello, Ms. Lovelli. We're going to celebrate tomorrow.
What are we celebrating?
The 10,000 views.
Yeah, someone's going to bring me 10K. We're going to have like a donut party. I had so okay, relax. Okay. My Lynn bought everyone a candygram. Okay? She bought everyone in the class a candygram. So we want to thank my Lynn.
Thank you.
And on your way out, we're gonna give you a bag of candy for you to enjoy during lunch while you come back. We come back and do more problems, right?
No, I'm okay.